Hey everyone, Chef Geoff here. Welcome to my kitchen. And again, just thanks for coming in to visit. And if you got a moment, just like, subscribe, share onto the video. We're trying to build some community here and I appreciate your support. All right, so today we're talking about the ultimate cheeseburger. The weather's getting nicer, starting to get warmer out. That means barbecue season and that means burgers. And before I really get into all the burgers and all that stuff, I really want to talk about what it means to think like a chef. So when you think like a chef, you've got to be open to inspiration. So for me, I eat a lot of burgers in my life, and I like to see what other restaurants are doing, what other people are doing, how they enjoy it, and so forth. And so I've gone from everything from really high-end burgers to drive-ins, diners, and dives, those kind of things, plus some street food and some fast food. And I found what I think is the best recipe for it. So what I've developed is my version of a bit of a Big Mac, a bit of a In-N-Out burger, and we're just gonna kick it up a notch with a really good sauce. And this has been inspired by a line in Pulp Fiction when they're talking about, do you know what a Big Mac's called in France? I've called this burger the Royale with cheese. So let's just get started with the sauce. All right, so first things first, and you need a really good sauce for a really good cheeseburger. So we're just gonna start with about 4 tablespoons of mayonnaise, just a touch of sugar, a tablespoon of relish. Shake up this. All right. Oh, just a little bit of ketchup right here. There we go. Great. Half a teaspoon of Dijon mustard. We got a little bit of seeded mustard. Some horseradish, and these are all things that you may have in your pantry, you may not, and if you don't, you just got to roll with what you got. We're going to add a little bit of garlic, and I got some fresh dill, and this is really a key thing here, and it's really going to add a little bit of that kind of sourness to it, and we're just going to chop this up real fine. Now, ideally, what I would like to be using is dill pickles. And I'll explain why in a second, but no dill pickles on hand. I've got some cornichon instead. Oh, you can just, the minute you activate and you start chopping up that dill, you get that beautiful dill smell. I love it. All right. So instead of the dill pickles like I was talking about, I'm going to use sour pickled cornichon, and they're going to have that really sour flavor to it. And you're going to add a little bit of crunch and texture to your sauce. So we're just going to quickly dice these guys up. And if you don't, I would hope you got dill pickles at home, and if you don't, no big deal. Any kind of pickle will do. Sweet pickles, whatever it is. And the last thing that really kind of kicks this sauce up a notch is the brine from the cornichon. Ideally, like I said, with the dill pickle brine, but hey, you got to work with what you got. We're gonna throw all those in. All right, and just a touch of the sour brine. Great. All right, we're gonna mix this baby up. And what you're gonna get is you're gonna have a bit of tartness with this. You're gonna have that mayonnaise flavor, but this is basically kind of mac sauce. Or if you're from Southern California, the animal sauce you're gonna get with the In-N-Out burger. That old secret menu that we all love. Let's give this thing a taste. It might need a little bit of salt. We'll see here. Oh yeah. All right, great. A little salt, a little pepper. Gonna add just a little bit more of the brine just to get that little sour finish. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna move on to the burgers here. Perfect. Yeah, we got a lot of texture, a lot of flavor going on there. Yeah, there we go. All right. So burgers, what I've done is I've pre-portioned a few of them. They're about 4 ounces a piece. And this is just a little 4-ounce burger I got here, just rolled into a ball. In order to make this, we're just gonna smush it down, get it nice and flat, and then cup it around your hands and form that burger. There we go. Super important. So for me, No filler, no binder. We're not putting anything else in these burgers. All it is just meat, salt and pepper. That's all we need. All right. And we're gonna go make our way to the grill. All right. Taking my beer with me. All right, I got this grill at super hot. It's about 450 degrees, but I'm gonna turn it down once I get these burgers on. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Great. So I'm gonna talk about some grilling techniques and basically your best practices when it comes to cooking these perfect burgers. Once they're on the grill, don't agitate them, don't move them around, just let the grill do the work. A lot of times when I'm working with young cooks, they put the burger on and then 30 seconds later they've got their tongs or they've got the spatula and they're trying to move it around all over the place. Completely unnecessary. The more you agitate a burger, the more you're going to release all that moisture, and that's really something you need in your burger. The minute you start releasing that moisture, you're going to get all dried out and all that stuff, and it's no good. So I'm going to close this thing down, keep the heat in. The other part of this burger is, if you're going to be going to your grocery store, you can work with any kind of grind you want. I would stay away from super lean because you're not going to get the same kind of moisture. Now, if you're going to go to your butcher, you're going to want to ask for an 80-20 grind. So that's 80% meat, 20% fat. So the kind of, check on these. The grind mixture for this is 50% chuck, 25% brisket, and 25% hanger steak. So chuck has a lot of fat, and it's going to really increase your moisture level. What brisket's going to do is going to give it a really, really good chew, and same with the steak. What we're going to be cooking with this today is, it's about 2 minutes aside, and that should be it. I got to pat it nice and thin, and it takes really no time at all. As long as you're controlling your heat and you're not bugging those burgers, let the grill do the work. I'm also going to talk to you guys about the importance of the right kind of cheese. So I've had burgers all over the planet. I've had street food, I've had it at fancy restaurants, I've had it at little mom and pop shops, and some people love Gruyere cheese, or they want smoked Gouda and all that stuff. But I think the perfect cheese for this burger and this application, to make that ultimate cheeseburger, is good old American cheese. It's processed cheese, is not great for you, but it's going to create that creaminess factor that you just cannot replicate with any other kind of cheese. So we're going to give these guys a flip and see how we're doing. It's been about 2 minutes. There we go. So once these things get flipped and you're using that American cheese, just put it on right away. Let that cheese start to get all creamy and mushy and melted. Oh yeah, and just the smell of grilled meat on a barbecue, burgers on a barbecue, it's just summertime. And you know what? There's nothing better than grilling and having a sip of beer, and let's just be honest here, that's what's gonna happen right now. Okay, we're ready to roll here. So I've got my buns ready to go. I've got a little bit of lettuce, some tomato. For me, I'm not a big fan of raw onion on a burger. If you're down for it, I think it's wrong, but that's okay. So you may have seen that all these burgers are just producing 2 burgers. So we're making just a giant, massive burger. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna load these guys up. There we go. Just don't fall over on me, okay, buddy? All right. Last but not least, a liberal dosage of the secret sauce / not so secret sauce, now that I've given away the recipe. There we go. 1. And 2. And just a little bit of fancy schmancy pick presentation. And here we have it. So friends, today we've got the ultimate cheeseburger with the not so secret sauce from Cheoff Geoff's kitchen. Cheers.